Today on the Lesley and Lisa show, we have our moms.
I'm so scared.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Lesley and Lisa show.
Hey, welcome to the Lesley and Lisa show. You know, we're going to talk about anything and everything because nothing is off limits, especially today.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who invited our moms?
What?
Who invited our moms?
Who the fuck invited our moms?
You, not even on the show with the moms. Can you not say the F word in the first 3 seconds?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. You know what? I'm going to try and make tremendous effort not to curse because Joan is on the show. My mother doesn't give a shit.
My mom doesn't care.
Hence why I have such a foul mouth to begin with.
Okay. Yes. We won't go into it again. I do as well. I
know. Anyways, let's talk about more interesting things.
Yes. Like what a crabby bitch you've been all week?
All week? Try I don't know, 2 weeks, 10 days, a month.
Yeah.
I'm cranky. I'm struggling. I think I'm struggling because I think my kids are struggling. My kids have hit the Zoom school wall. Yeah, they've hit it. They've hit the wall and they're miserable and they hate school. I try to impress upon them how fortunate they are to be able to be on Zoom and be able to go to school, but they're too young to be able to sort of,
appreciate that
kind of perspective.
Of course.
They get it, but they're fucking miserable.
Yeah. Look,
I can't blame them.
But also, let's be honest. That's not your.
That's one of the reasons.
Yes, right. That's one of the reasons.
You're let's be honest, Lesley. That's not the only reason you're.
No. And I just want to. The only reason I'm saying that is because I think as moms, we do that a lot. Like my child's happiness is my happiness, and their sadness is my sadness.
No, so they're happy. It's just that just compounds all the pressure I feel.
Yes.
So it just makes me crankier.
Yes.
I do believe that if everything was going smoothly with them, I would be having an easier time because it just, like I said, it compounds everything else.
Right.
I'm tired of cleaning. I'm tired of cooking meals. By the way, again, I just want to make it clear, and this, every time I say I'm cranky, every time I'm whatever it is, I can also step outside and gain perspective and feel fortunate for all the things that I do have that are even making me cranky.
Absolutely. Listen,
I hate even complaining. We discussed whether we should even discuss this.
Right. And here's the thing. I believe you and I, and most of the people I know, frankly, are hyper aware of how fortunate we are. Just the fact that we even have our health and that in normal times goes without saying. But now I think we're so aware of that. Last night we were going to order in food because I haven't been feeling well at all this week. And I was like, I just don't want to cook and clean. I don't want to do it. And then I cooked and I cleaned because I just thought, you know what? I have food in the house. How many people don't have? So I think we are very, very aware of how stupidly lucky we are that our kids have computers to go to school on, that we have food in our pantries, that we have our health. However, I do believe that the global pandemic going on right now, on top of the global pandemic going on right now, is that people are starting to feel like caged animals and depressed. Yeah. And even the biggest introverts of us are missing seeing people that we care about.
Yeah, well, we're just missing our normal daily life.
Yeah.
And listen, I think there are a good handful of people that are sort of kind of living a normal daily life. I am not one of those people.
Nor am I.
I'm really trying to adhere. And granted, look, my not wanting to go out and do things, go to the store as much as whatever it is also a part of my level of fear of getting COVID. There have been plenty of people around me with it, and I've seen the difficulty, and it scares the shit out of me. So, so that does keep me in more.
And we both are around our moms a lot.
Yes. And by the way, both of our mothers have been fortunate enough to get the first vaccine,
which is amazing. So yeah, look, I really do think that we've all hit this wall that now it's like, hold on a minute, we're approaching a year. When does this stop? Like, and I
Well,
keep wondering, what will life be like even after? Like, what is the next phase?
well, here's the thing. I don't think there's no before and after. I think, well, let's be honest. I think COVID will live with us for the rest of our lives. I think like we get flu shots, we'll be getting COVID-19 shots. And that's all good. When will life resume to a little bit more normalcy?
Mhm.
I believe that's not going to happen for another year. I think 2022 is when we finally feel some sense of normalcy.
Great.
And I'm not trying to be negative when I say that. I'm really trying to be just like ridiculously realistic.
Right, which I get, but kids will most likely be back in school probably in the fall.
I think, I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to be a weird hybrid. I think it'll
I'm
certainly be
fine.
better than what it is now,
Right,
but I think it's going to be some kind of strange hybrid. And by the way, I hope I'm wrong. I
right.
really do.
I'm fine with that, to be
all these
honest with you.
variants. Yeah, with all the variants and all the mutating, and
Right.
it's daily. It's like I think that's my problem these last couple of weeks. I start to feel positive and I start to see the light at the end of the tunnel because I'm generally a positive person. I am optimistic. I'm more of a realist than anything.
Right.
But I tend to see the positive side of things. And so every time I feel positive, something comes along to dash my hopes.
No, this is why I have absolutely adopted the persona of a cynical bitch, because I've lost all hope in everything. And
well, we've been talking about how you have resting bitch face.
Oh. Just wanted to show everyone. Okay, now let's move on to our moms. Now that we've cheered everyone up, let's welcome our moms.
So we're going to explain to everybody probably why we are the crazy that we are.
I think it'll explain a lot, Lesley. Okay. So we're welcoming Ronna. What do I say your mom's last name is? Ronna Brown Boone?
No, her name is Ronna Boone.
Oh, okay.
She was only Ronna Brown till she was 21. So
okay.
She's been Ronna Boone.
So Ronna Boone and Joan Cushell. Ronna, Joan. Let's see how this goes.
Let's see how this goes. Oh my God, they're in. Look how pretty my
mom
looks. And
Mom, this is perfect. This is perfect. Mom.
Joan, you need to.
Mom.
Joan feels like she's in like, I don't know, she's like in South Africa. Like
Ronna, you look gorgeous.
Ronna, Mom, you look so pretty.
Joan, do you hear us, Mom? Oh, you're connecting to audio. You got to turn your phone, Mom, so that we see you landscape.
Oh, good.
And just so you know, just so everybody knows, we're not editing this out. I don't want to hear from anybody. You got to edit that.
What's the movie? This is like an SNL. This is much like the Alexa Silver SNL sketch. This is that.
God, Mom.
Oh,
does she even not hear us? Do you hear us, Mom? Mom?
Yes.
Oh my God. Do you see how you're turned sideways? You've got to turn your whole phone.
Or we can all do the show like this.
No, we're not doing that. You got to turn your phone, Mom.
But this is the only way to put it on the tripod.
Oh.
I can't set it up the other way.
Well, we're going to have to figure it out.
Joan, you are comedy gold. Period.
I knew it, by the way. And now
we're fairly boring.
I'm comedy gold, but I consider this stupidity.
Okay, Mom.
Why did I do this? Hold on.
So far, everybody's getting a look at where I get my boobs from.
Where you get
what's the Albert Brooks movie where he's kind of
look how beautiful she
Mother.
is, your mom.
Mom, what is happening? Okay, great. That's fine.
All right. I'm taking it out of the tripod now.
Oh dear God. Okay, so how are you?
Now, wait a minute. Let's see if we could do it this way. Hold on.
Joan,
Just-
that's fantastic.
Perfect.
Nothing comes easy in life, especially with me. When it comes to technology, I can't take it anymore. All right, now what?
Well, now I'm
Joan, I
scarred
think
for
you're
life.
doing an amazing job. Are you settled? Can you take your hand away so it can stop shaking and we can talk to you?
Are you?
I'm 80 friggin' years old. What do you mean stop shaking?
Are you back in the tripod? Oh my God. I'm done. I'm done.
That's it. You got me this way. You don't want me
No,
turning me
we're
off.
happy. We're very happy.
Good. So am I.
Now we can have a sitcom.
Mom, now your video's off. Stop touching anything.
I can't help it. I just snorted. I'm so sorry.
I didn't hear you
crying.
snort.
This is so good. I can't take it.
Rana and Lesley are crying. Both of them. Are you good? Are you settled, Mom?
I was settled when this first came on, darling.
Okay.
It was you that was unsettled. You were one way and I was in another direction.
You were.
Who was wrong?
You know what, our
Whose
only
direction was wrong?
I love it. Joan, the only thing we wanted was you closer. Now you're closer to us. This is so much better. Before
Beautiful.
you were 5 miles away on the couch.
I think she just wasn't ready, even though hi, Rana.
Hi, Rana and Joan.
Hi, Rana.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look
Hi,
how
Joan.
beautiful you are, Rana.
What, honey?
She said, look how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
Well, let me just say this, by the way, Joan. My mother has always, for the last 35 years, my mother has cut and colored her own hair. And even though she colors her own hair, even in the quarantine and COVID, she was over coloring her hair. And she was like, what if I just let it go? And I was like, well, this is the time because nobody's going to see you. So let it go.
And
Oh
yet,
my God, you're kidding me.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, she looked phenomenal in that.
It really does look good. Look at by the way, my mother also gets she's like, oh, I'm going to cover that little part with my finger.
Or
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna help my mom just do one thing. Why is the camera below you?
Because I took it off of the tripod, Lisa. It was not doing the thing you wanted it to do, honey.
So can you lower yourself at all or no? Not in like a status way, just in like actually.
I understand.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to do it so quick when it came
All right,
to
if you can't, don't worry. Now, Mom, if you can't, don't worry. Forget it, because we can't cut any of this out, so just leave it.
Oh, fantastic. She looks great right
Better.
there.
Perfect.
I mean,
Perfect.
and because she's holding it, I can tell you're holding your phone on your own, right?
Why? Because I'm shaking.
No, now you're not.
All right, go ahead. Let's see how good we can do with
So
this.
my mom let her hair go for a while, for like the first 8 months, and then she couldn't do it anymore.
You couldn't, Joan, you couldn't get into the silver or the gray or the white, whatever color it was.
You just missed one color, black. It was a little, all of a sudden my hair got very dark and gray. And, I thought, gee whiz, this is really sexy looking in the beginning. And then my head started to turn all black and gray. And I looked like 94 years, I'm sorry if anybody's 94 listening. I looked like a 94-year-old person.
She didn't at all, actually, at all.
But black and gray is salt and pepper, and that always looks great.
No, it didn't on me. I know my daughter would like me to look a bit older, I think.
Nope, not true at all. I've told you that a million times. That is not the case at all. But let's move on, shall we?
Let's.
All right, guys. Lesley and I have prepared a little game. You two are familiar with the Newlywed Game, right?
Of course.
Okay, so you would be asked a question, you would give your answer, and then your spouse, or in this case, daughter, would give the answer they assumed you would give. So we're going to play that right now. You both ready?
Yeah.
I am.
All right. Les, do you want to ask your first question to your mom and we'll go back and forth?
Sure, I'll ask my first question.
Okay.
All right, Mom.
Here's a question.
Yeah, you answer, and then I already pre-answered and printed it out on a piece of paper what I think you're going to say. Let's see. All right, Mom, What was the one common phrase I always heard growing up around our house? Like when I grew up in the house, what was the one thing you always said? Three,
You
four
want
times
me-
a day.
You want me to say that?
Yes.
Yes.
Shh. God damn it.
Wait, say it again because your microphone went out for 1 sec.
Shit. God damn it.
You actually said shit?
I did.
Oh,
Joan,
okay.
where do you think I get my disgusting mouth from? I mean, it's not a wonder.
That's
All right.
not
I'm beginning to learn these things. Go
And
ahead.
Understand
Joan,
why?
Joan, I got it from my mother.
Is that true?
Yes. Grandma Shirley swore like a truck driver.
You know, and can I say, and you know this, Lisa, Joan, I don't know if you know, but like my mother, after the 94 earthquake, my mother and I and my grandmother, the three of us lived together for a good 3 or 4 months because my grandmother's house was destroyed in the 94 earthquake. And my mom and I at the time were living in a house together. And so all three of us were living together. You can only imagine what was going on in that house. Anyways, okay.
Oh my God, that is.
God damn it. She said it 5 times a day at least.
I don't know that that's true, but I've said it.
All right, Mom. What is the phrase you say almost every time I cook you dinner? Think about I cooked you food. It's the you know how the stuff I make. So I put it down in front of you and you say,
I can't believe you eat this way. You have entirely changed your whole way of eating and cooking, but it's good. I have to tell you, it's good, but I just don't understand it.
okay.
And it says, I don't know where you came from because I didn't teach you to eat this
Oh
way.
my God.
Or, and this, she kind of added this at the end.
I don't usually like this kind of food, but
What did he say at the end?
I don't usually like this kind of food, but it's good.
Oh my God.
So look, I'm gonna say something, Mom. Left to your own devices, and I don't know if you'll admit this, you kind of eat like a 5-year-old boy.
Hello? Am I still on the same show?
Like you don't love,
What do you mean I
you don't
sound
want
like-
vegetables. You like cheeseburgers, or you don't like cheese on your burgers, but you like burgers. You like fries. Like if you
Doesn't.
want a big steak, right?
Right.
And I
So
don't
what-
eat any of that stuff.
Well, good for you, honey. I'm sorry for you. You're missing out on the world that is so much fun
and yummy.
and yummy.
I eat delicious
Can
food.
I just tell you something? My relationship with my mother, though full of fire, because we probably curse at each other a lot. You guys are you really are. The two of you are comedy gold. I'm just gonna say it. God, if
Thank
only we had Bob in the mix, then it would be just
Well,
off
then,
the chart.
then I wouldn't get to talk.
That's true. Okay.
We wouldn't have said one word yet.
Okay, my second question for my mother.
Yes.
What was the best dish you made when I was a kid? What did you always make when I was a kid?
Taco salad.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, Les.
No,
That's not
she
what I
said you're.
You know, she's right, but you know what I said? This.
Oh, well, taco pizza. That means you put everything together, whatever you got, that's what you end up with. A taco pizza.
I feel like I mean, listen, my mother was like the dutiful wife who would make like steak and lamb chops and all that kind of stuff for my dad. And we'd all sit down for dinner. But oftentimes she would like whatever you had in the house, as long as there was like rice or some kind of like good base, noodles, rice, whatever, she made what, I don't know if it's a Yiddish word or I don't know.
I think Grandpa made that up.
Oh, I
My
love
grandfather made it. It was cockapizzi. What are we having for dinner tonight? Cockapizzi. Okay, it was sort of like surprise casserole.
That's so cute. But was taco salad one of her specialties, Les?
Yes, and to this day, I still love it. It's basically a taco, but in a salad.
Yeah, so it's a
Everything
taco
you put in
salad.
a taco, it's a taco salad. Yeah,
Sure.
hence the name taco salad. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Mom, what was my least favorite thing to do for you? You would call me from work and ask me to do this thing. And it would,
Don't finish. I know already.
okay.
You want to finish?
No.
Oh, okay. It was, honey, I won't be home for a while, and I would appreciate it if you would put some 2 baked potatoes in the oven for me.
Potatoes in the oven to bake.
I'm telling you, I can't believe you're the same person. I really can't. That's why I have to have your DNA checked.
Yes.
Okay.
She would call and say, can you put a couple potatoes in the oven for me for dinner? And I'd be like, God, Mom, can
Oh,
you
it was
just
such
do it
a
when
big
you
deal.
get home?
I mean, that was a hard thing for me to tell you to do, honey, and I apologize.
I see. That's all I ever wanted. Mom, was an apology.
Yeah, well, you just
You know
got
what? She was at work. You had
Yeah.
to stick a couple of potatoes in the
It's
oven.
true.
That's right. You know what you can do with the apology too. Okay, go ahead.
Joan, I love you. All right,
Joan,
Mom,
Lesley loves you. Go ahead.
I love you, Joan.
I
have
love
always
her
loved you,
too.
Joan.
I love her
All right.
mother for having you. Go ahead.
Okay. So my next question is, Mom, I know that I was an exceptional child. But what was the one thing that you and I always argued about when I was a kid?
Your clothes. My clothes.
Wow. This is so good.
That's always what we argued about. My clothes.
But like, what about them, Rana?
What she wanted to wear, I didn't think was right, and I did not that it was bad. I just, whatever the reason, I just didn't think that's what she should wear, because I guess I'm a control freak and I wanted her to wear what I wanted her to wear. Now I realize in my old age that was stupid.
Wow.
But I mean, but you do listen. By the way, and like we all do, we all recognize things about ourselves, and we go, "Oh my God, it's just like my mom," or maybe perhaps it's like your dad. But there were times when Izzy was little, and she would put on something. I'd be like, "No, honey." Now, granted, she was little. I'd be like, "That doesn't look good." Whatever. Even I probably still do it a few times today, but I let it go now because she has such a strong opinion.
What about with Lucas? Did you care as much what he's wearing?
Yeah, I do. But Lucas doesn't care what he's wearing. So
okay.
Bud, here, put this on. He doesn't give a shit.
Right.
And so, but as young as I can remember, I always had a strong opinion about what I wanted to wear and how I wanted to dress. And again, she's right. I never looked crazy. I never looked like a hooker or horrible going out to school or wherever. She just had her opinion on what I should wear.
Wow.
So we always argued about it.
Interesting. Now, my mom and I would argue about clothes because she wanted to get me. I hated clothes shopping, and she wanted to get me stuff, and I was like, I don't care. Just buy me things and put them on my bed.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I can just see me doing that now.
Oh yeah, me too. Okay, Mom, what was the thing that happened that made you decide I had some talent?
Did I say you did? Oh, yes. I'm just pulling your. What that thing was is something I will never forget, because Daddy was included in that. It was New Year's Eve, I believe. You were babysitting for somebody across the street, and you were watching a show with Whoopi Goldberg. And when you came home, Dad and I were sitting on the couch, and you said, "Can I show you what Whoopi Goldberg did?" And we both thought, yeah. So say a couple lines, and I will appreciate it. Anyway, you went through the whole act that she did, word for word. And Dad and I sat there with our mouths open. We could not believe how you did what she did. It was unbelievable to us. It still is to me, to this day. And
okay, I'm going to cut you off just because it's a little too much praise, and I appreciate it. But yes,
and I did the Whoopi Goldberg monologue. Oh my gosh, we're doing so well.
We're doing really well. But
you know what I see in our future? I see a game show. Like, I don't know, maybe we're going on Family Feud.
Yes, I love it.
Let's do
Very good, Mom. I did not expect,
Maybe we create a new game show.
I think we just did.
Game show with moms.
I think we just did.
Okay.
Let's
Anyway,
How
hang up.
much do we get off of this?
You'll get like 5%
Okay.
total. So 2.5% each.
Do you accept that, Rana?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you, Rana.
you know why? Because as far as Ron is concerned, what's mine is hers and vice versa. Right?
Yeah.
Kinda. Okay. All right, Mom. Okay, my next question is, I mean, listen, I didn't know what to ask. I performed in a lot of plays and musicals in junior high, high school, college. You might not get, we might have a difference here, but so I performed in a lot of shows, musicals and regular plays. What show or character from a show would I say was your favorite?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I don't think you're going to get it.
Oh,
Shoot. I actually, now all of a sudden, I think I know what you're going to say, and you're not going to say what I said.
all
You're
right.
talking about high school or college, right?
I mean, probably, yes.
Well, my favorite, I think I've said it before, but my favorite was South Pacific,
I knew it.
Bloody Mary.
Yep. And I said Golda, Fiddler on the Roof.
Well, that was wonderful, but for some reason, my most wonderful memory was
I
Bloody
think
Mary.
it's because, you know why? Because you loved South Pacific.
I do, but I
loved that
loved you.
show.
You were perfect for that part. Perfect.
Aww.
You know what? What did I sing?
Oh,
A song?
nice.
Happy talkie, happy talk.
Happy talk.
Talk about
Things you like to do.
Okay,
If you
so
don't have a
you know
dream.
what? Listen, it was foreshadowing because I sang a song called Happy Talk.
Oh, look at that. Should have been the name of our show.
Our show should be called Happy Talk.
Happy Talk with Lesley and Lisa.
Oh, wow, that's a great thing.
No, it's too late now. Because we have mugs.
And also, Les,
Yeah.
I always say, well, not always, but oftentimes I repeat for lieutenant. I always say lieutenant because that's what you used to say.
Yeah.
Rana,
Cute.
did you show up to multiple performances of every show that Lesley did? Yeah, so
Yeah.
did my mom.
Yeah.
I think I don't think there was ever a show that I did ever that my mom wasn't there. There were times probably that my dad couldn't make it for work or he was traveling, etc. But I mean, I think they were there all the time.
No,
But if we're having
he
a
doesn't care enough. No, I'm just
if we're having a competition, Rana,
yes.
did you come to every Upstage comedy show?
Oh God, Lisa, I was just gonna say this. However,
I always sit and sing Maria.
Oh my God,
You
you
remember
mom
that
can
one?
sing too.
But
All three of you can sing, and I can't sing. What, Les?
but your parents, Joan and your dad, you guys were at every single Upstage comedy show.
Everyone.
Was I
Right.
not?
No, I
Okay.
don't think you were at every single one.
I mean, Rana, they were at
Sorry,
every
you're always
performance of every incarnation because they sold concessions at intermission.
correct.
And we kept the money.
No,
I
you
never
did
Was
not.
that White Fire Theater, Les?
One of the
Yes.
iterations.
And
Yeah.
what was another one?
Oh, the one
We're
in
at some theater on La Brea.
yep.
I went to that one too.
Oh no, you were there. You just didn't go to every single performance. Joan and Art
Oh,
were at every single
probably not. Yeah, probably not.
All right,
Okay.
Mom.
We
This
had
is
no friends.
say that again.
We had no friends. so
Yeah,
we-
right. Your friends were there
Sure,
every weekend
right.
too. Okay, Mom. This I don't know if you're gonna get. This is like yours, Les. I think this might be a little too out there, but it sticks in my mind. I don't know if it sticks in yours. When I finally convinced you that I was leaving college to pursue my career, what did you say to me after you accepted the fact that I was going to quit? What was your piece of advice?
Not when you first told me, but when I accepted it, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to take up your time. I can't think of it, Lisa.
You really can't? What would you say to me now if I was a young, impressionable girl and I was quitting school to go pursue acting?
Then put everything you have into it and don't give up and keep going. I was not happy you were leaving college, but if you were going to, I wanted you to work on what your career Should
That's
have been.
exactly right, Joni. That's exactly what you said.
By the way, Lise, we both, you know what, Joan, we both had this because I remember booking my first series and I was in my last year of college and I came home and was like, they said I have to leave. Like if this is going to go. And my mother's like, well, then leave. And I was like, no, but I've put in all this time. Don't I have to finish school? And we kind of had a little bit of a thing about it. She was like, go do
Wow.
pursue your
Well,
career.
I said, because this is what you wanted, and now you're being offered a series. How can you say no?
Yeah, that's a little different than what I basically quit college to wait tables for 8 years and then get a series.
Right. But by the way, but the same message from our parents, period.
Yes, sure.
Right?
Yes, but
Okay.
you're,
I'm sorry.
No,
I was going
go
to go to
on.
my final question.
Oh, go.
Okay. My final question. Mom, in college, I think mostly in college, I drove a red Mazda convertible during college. Do you remember what my personalized license plate said?
You'll know me.
Oh,
You-
nice.
Wait, are you guys gonna, is that straight? Do you see
that?
Yeah. You will know me.
You will know me.
Oh,
I
wow.
love that.
So obviously I always wanted to be an actress, and you would drive around. I would see people like, by the way, when we were kids, a personalized license plate, or as now they call them vanity plates,
Yes.
was a big thing.
Yes.
Okay. So, and I would see people that were like, actress or actor. I'm going to be an actor, however they spelled that out. I wanted something, but I wanted to be subtle.
Right.
Like I wanted people to be like, what does that say?
Which is you
Oh.
succeeded.
Totally.
That's amazing.
That's very cool.
You will know me. That was my license plate.
All right, Mom, growing
the
up,
same
when I
thing.
was a kid, you never wanted to pump my ego up too much. So you never really said like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so this, but you did really like one of my features. What was
I
the
did.
feature?
I did really like one of your features.
Yes, you always said this one feature of me was so beautiful.
God, I thought I said everything was beautiful on you because I always felt that way. But if you're choosing one, I would say your eyes.
Close. I heard
Well,
this a lot.
Your eyebrows.
They're like Brooke Shields eyebrows. They are. You always
I-
have great eyebrows.
What was it, honey?
Huh?
What was it?
My eyebrows. You always said you have the most beautiful eyebrows. They're just like Brooke Shields.
Oh my God, you're right. That was really long time ago.
It was.
I do remember that, and I'm sorry to have disappointed you.
That's
Hey,
okay.
Joan, I have a question for you, Joan. Did Lisa always have a sharp sense of humor as a kid growing up?
She always had a personality, always. As far as a sharp sense of humor, I think she started when she got a little older. Even when she started at the what was that, the place that you did your shows?
Acme?
Me?
What?
Acme or Whitefire?
No, Acme. And that's when she really got sharp. And we always laughed a lot. And God bless my family, we always have laughed a lot.
I got to say, Les, like, it's so funny, Mom, because so the way I see so much of my childhood was that you, and it's like that in my house now with our son. I feel that comedy was a currency always. Like it could get you out of things, it could get you things. Like it was, and we were, if we took a road trip, half the road trip was taken up with like pun games. Like you had to come up with puns for things. Like
Right.
it seems like all the things we did were centered around sharpening that part of my brain and my brother's brain. So I feel like growing up in my house was like a training ground for comedy.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen,
disagree
and
with you.
I obviously did not grow up in your house, but I've known you guys since you were kids. And yeah, I mean, you and your brother, you guys are two of the funniest people I know.
Thanks,
and
Les.
very sharp.
Well, it goes through generations.
Yeah, it also skips them.
It,
Yeah, but it didn't skip this generation, and the generation before that was the same. In my house with my father, and my grandfather was a riot.
Yeah, both of my grandpas were very, very funny.
Right.
Rana, was Lesley always a crazy freaking OCD neat freak? Slow blink.
No, I don't think so.
She was not?
No, I have a story really quickly to tell you. When she went to, I don't know, Les, were you in high school or college? You were in college when you went to England? And I called, was high school?
Oh, when I moved to England to
Yeah, when you lived in the flat.
Yeah, that was
So I call and she answers and I said, "Hi, honey, how are you?" Blah, blah, blah. And I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm scrubbing down the walls and the ceiling." I went, "Excuse me, but can you get me Lesley, please?" I said, "You're scrubbing the walls and the ceiling?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Les, you are a pig. Why would you be doing that?" She goes, "Mom, it's my own now."
Oh.
I have
Ow.
to say, yeah. I mean, listen, I will admit, well, I don't know if there are any pictures because the door was probably always shut. I was the queen of slobs. I remember my brother and I shared a phone. And we each had, well, no, the phone was always in my room, surprising. And I remember apparently it was ringing one day and my brother ran in my room and he was like, "I can't find the phone. Where the hell is the phone?" And it was buried. He had to find the cord that was attached to the wall and follow it to find the actual phone. It was buried under like just God piles of who knows what.
Seriously, Lisa. I mean, it was horrible. I was in therapy for some other things, and I remember saying to the therapist once, "What do I do about this kid and her messes all the time? I can't handle it anymore." She goes, "Close the door. And when she runs out of clothes, she'll have to figure it out."
Oh my God. I can't fathom it because just for
I
people
know.
at home, I also had that room, but have continued along that journey. But Lesley is like, well, okay, so take a look at Lesley's mom's apartment, condo, house. That type of like perfection. I always say that if I would literally eat a fried egg off of your floor. Like that's how clean your house is. I've never seen a thing out of place.
Not in COVID times, but yes. I mean, no, yeah, I know.
And you know what, Lee? I was not like that when she was growing up. I wanted things neat, but I wasn't like I am today too.
So how does that happen? My mom is like that too. You can't see my mom's place right now, but I'll walk and she'll go, "Excuse the mess." And I'm like, I don't know what it's
exactly.
Like, it's no perfect. Mess. There's not a thing anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in a fastidious. I wasn't you weren't a fastidious parent.
No, I wasn't crazy like I am today.
No. So how did that happen?
I wasn't.
know.
When
I lived
with, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Joan. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say when I first moved out here and I lived with 3 other girls, I think that I was the worst at keeping my place straightened out. But right now I'm so different because this is mine, and that's exactly the way I feel, the same way.
Yeah, I think if I lived alone, I would be like that because I kind of am like that.
You don't have to clean up after 2 more people.
That's it.
Whatever. But I will say that there is something to be said for some sort of ownership where you're all of a sudden on your own. And if you want it to be clean, there ain't nobody to depend upon except you. Yeah. And when I moved to England, with a few friends, and we all lived we got to this flat that we had rented, and no wonder it was as cheap as it was. We walked in and I was like, what? I can't. So we immediately went out to the store and I got like every kind of Clorox or whatever they sold in England at the time. This is the mid 80s. And we literally scrubbed the walls. I scrubbed everything. I was like, I cannot live in this flat unless it is clean. Like, this is gross. There you go.
You changed too, Lesley. Changed. My daughter changed so much that I just wonder if they gave me the right child. It's amazing.
It's funny though. I guess you don't expect your kids, like you see them a certain way the entire time they're in your home, and you don't expect them to be so different when they leave. But you go on and you have your own life and your own experiences, and it does completely change you.
It does. I mean, listen, by the way, Izzy is my mother. My mother can attest. Izzy is just as much a slob, maybe not as bad because she's got me after her. You used to just shut my door. I'm in there cleaning up her shit all the time.
And
She's
Garrett,
just as much a slob.
I was so afraid, or am so afraid of Garrett turning out like me, that I've taught him how to not keep stuff you don't need, not buy stuff you don't need.
Izzy's
And
good with that. She's just, it's really about her clothes. Like, cause she's a girl.
Right.
She changes 50,000 times a day.
Right.
So when she takes off an outfit, she just shoves the other one either on the floor, in the closet, whatever.
Garrett was doing that for a while. I don't let him do it. I'm like, hang it up immediately. I don't want to see anything on your floor.
Yeah. And on the other hand, I know what a nutbag I am. And I've already, caused them some, obviously they'll go to therapy at some point because
please. Both of our kids will.
But I don't want, I'm trying not for them to be like crazy neat. But I will say, Izzy told me in the times that they've gone off to sleepaway camp, she's like, I get there and all my stuff is put away. She is exactly what I was when I went away.
Interesting.
Even as a kid. So,
all right. Final thoughts, Mom, before we let you go.
Same thing. Final thoughts, mommies?
Final thoughts? Well, one thing I will say about the cleaning thing, the OCD, whatever you want to call it, I believe that people that aren't that way are better off.
Yes.
Happier, maybe.
Yeah, because they're not obsessed with keeping it doesn't get to you like it gets to me when I look around. Oh my God, there's one thing on the counter.
That's the problem. It does get to me. I get really depressed and down, and then I feel like I can't do anything about it. But like you guys, when I'm in a hotel room, I unpack immediately. I put everything away. All my toiletries are perfect. And I'm like that here in my bathroom. I'm like that in certain areas of the house that I guess I can control, but I can't control the whole house because I'm not the only one here. And then it gets on top of me and I kind of just, I don't know. This is another.
Exactly. This is a whole other Lesley and Lisa show.
Right.
Joan, I want parting words from you, Joan.
My parting words are this. Every day I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world. And even when I'm going through this, when I know how much crap is going on out in this world today, and I also feel lucky to have the kids that I have and the humor that took me through a lot of hard years with my kids. I kept my humor as hard as it was. And I love that she's friends with you, and you have a great mom too. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Adorable.
For each other.
I have
sweet Joan.
I do want to say you guys are doing a fantastic job. Of course, I'm your mother. And Joan, I'm sure, feels the same way.
Exactly.
But you guys are doing a perfect job. You got to keep fighting the fight. So just keep going. And now I'm all dressed up and I got nowhere to go.
Come on over. I'm all dressed up like a normal. Yeah, but come on
dressed up. I haven't put makeup on in years. And now I'm all dressed up.
Just start taking selfies and posting them places. All right. Now, can you guys remove yourselves?
I was just going to say, how long do you think it'll take them to leave?
I can't wait.
Bye. Bye.
I love you.
I love you both.
I love you.
Bye, Joan.
So, Ronna did it. See, my mom knows how, but she
knows how. She's just going to hang on.
Mom, get the hell off our show.
Okay, I'll get out of here. Jesus.
Oh, she almost did it. She's still there, which is really, Joan's never really gone. I'm putting her in the waiting room.
It's upside down so you don't see anything.
I'm putting you in the waiting room so you can figure it out.
Oh, she did it. Oh, did you put her in the waiting room?
I did. But wait, now I can't get us back.
Oh, well, I'm in gallery. Oh.
This is perfect. Oh, there you go. All right. So was that successful?
That was, like I said, it's comedy gold with your mother.
She is.
Even though she doesn't intend to be as funny as she is.
She does. Like, I can tell when she's being funny.
Oh yeah, at the end she was being funny, but at the very beginning with sort of being like,
oh no, that's just, yeah, that's classic Joan. Classic.
Genius.
And like, we go back and forth, and I have no problem saying this because she knows, we go back and forth between like, oh my God, she's so funny, and oh my God.
I know. Yeah. By the way, we all find our parents annoying. I find my mother annoying too, but by the way, I'm sure she finds me incredibly
equally as annoying. Yes.
Equally. All right, let's go. We have a new goal that we're going to keep these shows short.
Well, shorter at least.
Really, I was just going to say we didn't entirely succeed, but
no, but hey,
Lisa.
All right. Like, subscribe, sign up for notifications, be a part of our community, join our Facebook page, The Lesley and Lisa Show After Party. We had 2 questions we were supposed to ask our moms from that, but we kind of did.
I saw that.
Yeah, okay. And that's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got. That was fun. I think we should do that every once in a while, have them back.
I totally agree.
By the way, it's time for us to develop that game show. Before somebody fancy watches this and goes, "Ooh, that's a good idea."
You're right. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, great.
Love you, Les.
I love you, Lise.
Bye.